Well, welcome in to the Omega Dubai Desert Classic 2026, the premier tag team competition here in the TDTW. Well, let me very quickly walk you through the rules of this year's competition. Competing tag teams are divided into 4 groups of 4 teams, groups A through D. Teams in each group face one another in a round robin, with the top 2 teams advancing to the knockout stage. Group matches will have a 20-minute time limit. Teams will receive 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. If teams are tied on points after all group matches, the head-to-head result between the tied teams will determine who advances. If still tied after that, the team that won their matches in the shortest total time will move on to the knockout stage. Well, let's take a look at this year's groups, starting with Group A, and the top seed in that group, the English Defence League, last year's defending champions. The Vortex Club are next, and their configuration will be Muscle Muffin and Travis the Moonstar. And then Love Gun Lowry, Dundee John the Frontier, and the final group rounding out Group A is the tag team of Leandro Corbett and CJ Murren. Moving on to Group B, it'll be the Air Asia Tag Team Champion Carvel Academy in a group with Lachlan and the Abominator of the Wildcat Empire. Another former champion, the Rising Flames, and that group is rounded out by the Buffet Club. Group C, long-time Air Asia Tag Champs Lenny and Zenny will be in there with Big Time Strong Style, Stars and Strikes, and following the play-in, the Sloth Empire. And rounded it all out with Group D, the Men of Virtue are joined by Danny Mean and Zach Paxton of the Danny Dojo, the Flash and Ass Pandemic, and as well, a last minute addition, the new Cosmic Avengers.
Welcome in everyone to match day 2 of the 2026 Dubai Desert Classic. We've got Group A action and we've got Leandro Corbett looking to put this away immediately. Just a count of 1 on the Gladiator Wolf. This is the team of Leandro Corbett and CJ Murren versus the English Defence League Tommy Robinson, the Gladiator Wolf. Both teams successful on match day 1, so this match is critical for positioning in Group A. If you win here, more or less guaranteed to make it to the knockout stages. Here results in the other matches from Group A. And Leandro is well aware of that. This is his second cover of the matchup and his second 1 count. Ending up for a clothesline, and that was denied instead. The more tenured tag team competitor Wolf brings in Tommy Robinson. Former TDTW Superstar of the Year, and again, Tommy Robinson and Wolf, former Dubai Desert Classic winners, won this last year and successfully converted that win into a run with the LBN Tag Team titles. Opposite brands too, Leandro and CJ, but they will look to make an example of whoever they can. The big horse with the neck crank. Looking comfortably in control. The corner goes Tommy, and we're going to look for more tandem offense here. Off the ropes. Double back body drop. And the big horse and the man who refers to himself as the Bull of SWAT. No. This is his first interaction with Noel Edmonds. And that allows Tommy to take advantage. Tag made to Wolf. And again, another back body drop. Leandro to the outside, and Wolf quickly follows him. A leg trip, and look at that, the back of Wolf's head just going against that concrete floor. Leandro and CJ, the real surprises of this tournament. They had to win a play-in matchup to make it to this tournament, and they converted that into qualification and a win on match day 1. Wolf now had some choice words for Leandro Corbett, and Leandro Corbett did not heed any of them. Dancing on the outside, but immediately upon returning to the ring, met with a combo from the Gladiator, and that means that CJ Murren has to come in, but Wolf was ready for him. Neck breaker. CJ rolls out, so Wolf turns his attention straight back to Leandro. Into that turnbuckle. Oh, that's an exposed turnbuckle. I missed that. Tommy Robinson obviously exposing that buckle while myself and the referee's gaze was turned. Wolf will continue to profit from that. And lots of punishment to CJ Murren off the ropes. Another flying forearm right to the face. Oh, that high kick dodged. But once more, Wolf still completely on top of the action. Scoop, slam. Wolf all the way to Brett's rope. Thinks better of it when CJ made the hot tag to Leandro. Oh, he runs his way straight into an arm drag, and here we go, that Gladiator combo once more. Both members of CJ and Leandro are down. This lethal combination. Backbreaker and a flatliner. Into the corner. It might be a little bit early for them to look for the spike pile driver, but maybe Wolf wants to get out of here. Roll up. Roll up. Close to the ropes. Wolf able to kick right out, but oh, here it comes! Look at that from Leandro. But again, just a 1. Leandro looking perhaps a little bit perplexed or confused there. So opts to bring in CJ Murren. Murren now going to try the cover 1 again. No 2 count. Tag team maneuver denied. Said Wolf was going to try his hand at it, sending CJ to the far corner. Tag made to Tommy. Can Hasler guess what's incoming? Yes, it's a double back body drop. to the far corner. Hooks him up and plays him across it. And oh goodness, referee, this is in the ropes. Break that up. TJ suffering the effects. That Noel Edmonds right on top of him talking. It's terrible things just out of my earshot. Tommy Robinson now just mocking CJ, and look at this, daring him to get back in. And that's why, so he can bring him right back down. Just tossing him about at his will. Oh goodness, is this the multiple power bombs perhaps incoming? There's one. Hoist him back up for 2 and 3. A triple power bomb from Tommy Robinson and Leandro Corbett. Pass down to the ring to break that up. Oh dear, he's calling for it. He's calling for it. The Britain first bull hammer. CJ is down and CJ is not out. Kicks out of the bull hammer at a count of 2, much to the annoyance of Tommy Robinson. Let's go back to the classics. The bum tap, axe handle. And Tommy is going to leave it up to Wolf to finish this match up. Tilt or whirl halfway across the ring. CJ now was about to tag out, but he's heard something that Noel Edmonds has said. Again, I advocate for this man being banned from ringside. He should not be here in this celebration of tag team competition. And Ushigoroshi from Wolf. Into the corner goes CJ. Denies the tandem offense smartly. Look at that big boot from the big hoss right on the chin of Wolf. And tag in coming to the so-called Bull of SWAT. And stomping a mud hole dry in Wolf. Into the cover here perhaps. Looking to sneak a win. Again, not even a 2. Folks, keep your eye on that timer on the top right hand side. We are over halfway. Timer has passed the 10-minute mark, and Leandro Corbett, though, only for a moment, had a burst of adrenaline. Wolf more than ready for it. A seasoned competitor here in the LBN. Multi-time tag team champion and of course former winner of this very competition. But you cannot keep a good man down, so they say, but only for a moment as that clothesline nearly takes the head of Leandro Corbett off. Looking for that clothesline a second time. Less successful. Attitude adjustment. Shout out to former talent Ted Rockpage. And CJ Murren picked the wrong time to enter the ring. Tommy Robinson able to recover and deliver that shotgun dropkick. Up and perhaps down. No, look at that. What a counter from CJ Murren. Beautiful DDT. Able to stall Tommy Robinson for a moment. He was looking to keep the frequent tags flying. But oh, Britain first bull hammer was attempted, but there was nobody home. Tommy gonna have to adjust his game plan here, and adjust it he will with a boot right to the face. And look at this, this is just disrespectful. Cameron pushes him off. And they grant some momentary respite. They'll hoist it up. Is Tommy Robinson. I have a feeling he's about to be introduced face first to the turnbuckle. He is not quite pleased about that incoming chop. Takes down CJ Murren, but CJ Murren able to evade the following hip drop. But Tommy, say what you want about him, but he does his homework. He knows that CJ was looking for a gut wrench there. Able to easily counter and bring back in his tag team partner. Wolf, now who's had a rest, is set to go to work on CJ Murren. There's a top wrist lock. But CJ shots to the gut to create some separation. Now a taste of the EDL's own medicine, perhaps. No, CJ opting not to tag instead. Stinger splash in the corner, and CJ wants to end this. You might be thinking that patented jackknife powerbomb. Here it comes. Oh! Bad landing for Wolf. Tommy Robinson nowhere to be seen. Oh! Entering the ring too late. Thankfully Wolf was able to kick out, but Wolf going for the ride. CJ Murren has taken over this match completely and has not added another 2 points for his team. To take Wolf in the ring and then out of the ring into the corner. We might be looking for a combination. We are. CJ's gonna hit the jackknife, and Leandro Corbett is gonna hit the Latin cutter. I don't care how many times you've won the title, you don't kick out of that. EDL defeated, and EDL have their qualification in peril. Folks, get behind this tag team. They've impressed me. They have impressed all the viewers. Leandro and CJ. This is Clem Fandango on the call. Referee about to ring the bell for Matchday 2 here in Group A. This essentially is a must-win for both these teams. The Frontier on the left-hand side of your screen, and Travis the Moonstar and Muscle Muffin on the right-hand side of your screen. And Travis the Moonstar seems to understand the urgency, taking the fight right to Dundee John. Right into the cover, perhaps optimistically. And yes, not even a 1 count there. But Travis the Moonstar will continue to bring the fight, and Dundee John, we know, is no stranger to a brawl. Firing straight back. A kitchen sink style knee to Travis the Moonstar, and doesn't even get a moment. Look at this from Dundee John. Both of these teams know the importance of securing the victory here, and Dundee John was looking to make the tag to a tag team specialist here in the TDTW, Love Gun Lowry, but Travis the Moonstar understanding the importance of that tag and brings in his leader, our leader of the Vortex Club, Muscle Muffin. Dundee John headed to the outside for a little bit of respite. I'm afraid he's not going to get it. His Muscle Muffin brings the fight and returns him to the ring. Nobody home on the boot. Allows Dundee John to get the neck breaker and crumple Muscle Muffin into the corner, but oh, inside cradle here. Looking to sneak one, but again, we do not even get a 1 count. Into the corner heads Muscle Muffin, tag again. Denied. But Dundee John continues to be in the ascendancy for the moment. A couple of shots to the gut will shut down that momentum. Tag made. Travis the Moonstar enters. Takes a moment to take stock of the situation, and perhaps that was a mistake. He gets hit in the face by Dundee John, who boots him for his insolence. First tag for the Frontier. Lovegun Lowry, a multi-time tag team champion in his own right. Martley evades. The offensive Travis the Moonstar drops down, back elbow, nobody home. Nobody home on the kick either, but Lowry able to stun Travis the Moonstar with a jab into the corner. Scoop. A slam. Travis now fighting back. Sends him to the corner, perhaps. A patented Vortex Club double back body drop in, coming off the ropes, and up goes Lowry, down goes Lowry, a flapjack instead. Also Muffin now going to work. Listen to the fans respond. The Mullen drop. Perfectly fine in my eyes as Muscle Muffin meets the criteria of being either A, a fat man, or B, a Samoan, to execute a Samoan drop. They're brawling all around the arena. The TDTW faithful, including Donny van de Beek and his lovely bright yellow t-shirt there, enjoying the action. Of course, not a 10 count, it is a 20 count. For all due by Desert Classic matches, we demand results here. Tag made, Travis the Moonstar. Teeing off on Love Gun Lowry. Oh, straight to the eyes there. Into the hip toss, neck breaker. Lowry, not completely opposed to slightly bending the rules to gain an advantage. Dundee John, though, we know this man is all fight and able to get a 2 count there. This gets into the corner. Able to fight out, and look at the power, the Travis strength of the Moonstar. Not pretty, but you can't argue that it was effective. Just as it seemed like Muscle Muffin there was hooking himself up. He got hit with a Scottish sickle, if you will, from Dundee John. And oh, a spear! A spear from out of nowhere. And Dundee John, perhaps quicker than he expected to. Needed to make the save. Muscle Muffin can hit that spear from out of absolutely nowhere, splitting the opposition in half. That was the Moonstar hoists Love Gun Lowry up, and Love Gun Lowry perhaps out of instinct there. Oh my goodness, the werewolf slap. That little burst of adrenaline from Love Gun Lowry is not good enough to turn this matchup on its head, but it is good enough to keep the match alive and perhaps this tournament alive for the Frontier. Into the corner, I would suggest a tag and a tandem maneuver here, Lowry. And perhaps not. This is a man famous for his lack of ring awareness. That's what has perhaps been holding him down. And Travis the Moonstar with a backdrop driver. Lowry hoists him up and spins him round and down. This is impressive from Lowry, but again, I would advise him to make a tag sooner rather than later. But oh, you've got to get your shit in and get his shit in. He will. Bronco Buster. Classic. Love Gun Lowry. Drops down. Perhaps looking for the leapfrog, but mistimed it. Sent into the corner. Lowry is in a world of trouble if a tag is made here too. Muscle Muffin, but instead Travis the Moonstar seems to think he has this well in hand with a snake eyes. And is that gonna grab the victory for the Vortex Club? Very nearly. Tag made the Muscle Muffin. Lowry's got to do something here. Fighting Muscle Muffin off for just a moment into the corner. Cheap shot from Dundee John has backfired completely as Muscle Muffin was about to tee off and Love Gun Lowry. Love Gun Lowry not going to take that lying down, if you'll pardon the pun. And once again, he's going to look for that tandem maneuver, and he gets it. Combination offense from the Frontier. Referee, get into that count. A 0 count. Both a testament to the resiliency of Muscle Muffin and oh, good adjustment there from Dundee John. Super Muffin punch. A great match, and we're lining up for something here. Here's a splash from the near 400-pound muscle. Oh my God, they've crushed him. Dundee John has been crushed. And that means that Love Gun Lowry will have to break up that pinfall. And while Travis the Moonstar was looking to capitalize on that, there was nobody home. The tag has been made, and as good as that tandem offense was, the most important thing was that resets the interference for the Frontier. And oh my God, choke slam from Travis the Moonstar. He's lining him up off the ropes. The Moonstar's elbow into the cover. That's going to draw Dundee John in before our official could even make the count. Tag made to Muscle Muffin. If Muscle Muffin is able to hit something big here, I think the Frontier are going to be heading for 0-2. Real disappointing result after being last year's finalists and putting up such a fight in the final. Oh my God, the biggest ever one and only. Lowry from the jaws of defeat, perhaps not winning it. Perhaps thinking about what to do and taking a slight bit too long. It was Muscle Muffin. He's retaking over this matchup. He goes off the ropes and through into the neck breaker. Sent straight back into the wrong part of town. And beware of that arm, because Travis the Moonstar is going to come right down across it. Teeing off on Travis. Smartly follows him right out, but that kick was caught. Travis like a wild man. Teeing off on Lowry, but Lowry a real veteran of the TDTW follows back with a DDT. This match completely devolving into a brawl on the outside. Suplex perhaps incoming. Look at that jackhammer. A jackhammer from Lowry. Gentlemen, please get this back in the ring. Travis obliges me. Tag made to Muscle Muffin. Off the ropes and double back body drop. Not quite. That was a double flapjack. Lowry went face first and oh my goodness! Post nut clarity from out of nowhere. Vortex Club have been stunned, and if that was anybody else apart from the former Wank World Champion, that would have been curtains. Tag made. Off the ropes. Drop toe hold. Oh, look at Dundee John. He's feeling it. Drops the knee. Into the cover. One! Muscle Muffin continues to impress me. Week on week. Not only kicking out of that maneuver at one, but immediately popping back to his feet, hitting a clothesline and a Samoan drop, tagging out to Travis the Moonstar. And if there's a big move incoming, oh, the O'Doul's spits that beer in his face, punts him and says that is enough for tonight. That's not the win. Well, folks, this is a matchup that we could only have expected from teams of this quality. Moves that would normally result in curtains, result in the end of the matchup being kicked out of. And you can feel the frustration perhaps from both teams at not being able to put their opposing team away. A drive-by the 400+ pound Muscle Muffin. Dundee John is out of it. Muscle Muffin only needs to apply the finishing touches off the ropes. A spear! Folks, that was it. If Dundee John did not have Love Gun Lowry there to save the matchup for him. Into the corner, makes the tag to Love Gun Lowry. And if you keep an eye on that timer in the top right, you will see it move to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If it were up to me, I'd give this pair of tag teams another 20 minutes to go at it. I could watch this wrestling all night. And for the moment, Lowry is in control, sends him to the corner. Looking to bring John back in. I don't know if this is wise. Not sure if John has had enough time to rest, but he's just teed off with lefts and rights on Muscle Muffin. And he may be down and out. He is not. A kick out at 2 and a quick tag to Travis the Moonstar. John sending Travis back out to the apron. Muscle Muffin is still in the ring. I'm not sure if John realizes that Travis is the legal man. Actually, I don't think he cares. He's teeing off at anything that moves. And he's looking to end this with a Scottish stunner denied. Only for the moment, though. Uppercut from Travis. Tag to Muscle Muffin. Big splash. A compactor. That's nearly 700 pounds of force directed downwards. Dundee John has to have Love Gun Lowry save the matchup there, because I don't think any man alive could kick out of that many pounds of force. Muffin firing back onto Dundee John. And listen to the crowd's response for the leader of the Vortex Club. Tag made to Lowry. Dundee John has to crawl to the outside just to get his breath back. In doing so, that leaves Lowry all alone. Lowry won't care though, with a thick lariat, and he thinks that's enough to put Muscle Muffin away again. Another close 2 count. This is only the group stage, folks, and already you're being treated to some of the best tag team action across all of Twitch. Love Gun Lotus Lock is applied. Muscle Muffin, though, too large, too powerful for that move to work, and he's just launched Lowry out of the ring. Of course, a reminder, these two teams not aware of the timer on the top right as we are. They are just going to continue to fight forever. Folks, for a second time this tournament, I believe we are on our way to a count-out draw. I mean, it looks like Love Gun Lowry is the winner.
Well, what an exciting match that was. The Frontier and the Vortex Club playing out an exciting draw, but even though it leaves them still in with a shout, they are definitely in peril. Leandro and CJ booking their spot in the next round. Not only their spot, but top spot in the group after one hell of an impressive win over last year's champions, the English Defence League. Indeed, this is the EDL's first defeat in this competition since 2024. Well, join us again next time when we will see Match Day 2 of Group B.